Hi, and welcome to another edition of King Crush Thursday, the series where we highlight and uplift Black men, because frankly, not too many people are doing it. My name is Val Gay, and I am super excited to have this conversation today with this brother. He is, I think, a cultural phenomenon. He is a thought leader, a public intellectual. And let me just get into it. So please welcome Mr. 17Soulja. 17th, hi.
Hey, how you doing, Valerie? Thank you for having me on this evening. So it's a great honor. I appreciate you sharing space with me because there isn't that many outlets for Black men, especially masculine Black men, to share their stories and their voice, and which allows us to tell our story in our own words. So I really appreciate that. One thing that I really respect is especially us helping each other, you know what I'm saying, and getting our voices out. So I really appreciate what you do for the community.
Oh, awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you. And I'm so glad that you're here. I'm so glad I actually finally get to actually see you and what you look like. I mean, on social media, which is really great. And as you know, 17th, we are compiling a repository of 6 questions on our way to 100 answers by 100 Black men, with the goal of having perhaps one day a young king who may or may not have positive Black male role models in his life, that he could come to this repository, see these same 6 questions and see 100 different answers and perhaps find guidance in that. And then for the rest of us who are neither male or maybe even Black, could also take a peek into this group that is often maligned, narrowly defined, narrowly viewed, and often negatively and stereotypically so. And so I'm so glad that you are contributing to this repository and to this conversation. And I'm going to get started with the first question, which is, what does manhood mean to you?
Okay, what manhood means to me means being able to be adaptable and able to succeed even though you're under pressure and adversity. Because at the end of the day, we are the vanguards of our society. We have to hold the shield, protect the line, so we can have strong Black families, which will lead to strong Black communities. So all that starts with is the leadership, the protection, which will allow the nurturing of a female to, help and bring us together to raise our families in order so we can overcome the pressure that society is trying to do to break up our families. That's the first thing they did when we came over here, was separate the man from the woman, separate the family from the children, and really try to splinter us and make us more individuals, which can be easily controlled. We're much stronger together as a fist than we are as individual fingers. So that's something that I try to also hold Black males accountable, but Black people in general accountable, and how we can be the strongest link in the chain.
Got it. Awesome. Mm-hmm. So 17th, who and or what is important to you?
My family. I'm the oldest of 3 brothers. So the responsibility of being a positive male role model falls upon myself. My father, who was a great man, died when I was 2 years old. So I had to learn. My mother was a great woman, very educated, but she was just very present in keeping his memory alive. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people have role models or have bad influences, but one thing I had was a shining light and example that my mother always kept present in the home, actively, like, you have a legacy to uphold. You have a responsibility because you are the first and the last of his name. So having that responsibility has always gave me a bar to set for myself and something to shoot for, and also a responsibility to the people that come behind me. I have to be not only the best version of myself, but I have to be the best version of my future children and my grandchildren. Like, one day they're going to be like, this is what broke the generational curse. This is what changed our family's trajectory. So, it all starts with one. And I plan on, if I'm not going to be the Neo, I want to at least be the Morpheus of that change.
Yeah, I get that reference. Awesome. Awesome. Excellent. So 17th, how do you want us to see you?
Pretty much, I want you to see me as an individual who not who did not say, okay, well, I grew up in New Orleans, which was Chopper City when I was coming up, and I came beyond that. I was able to go to university, play football on scholarship, also make a successful turnaround after Katrina. When I came here, just with a bag and a name on my back, and parlay that into a successful career in sales. I have over a decade experience in sales and marketing. So it's a lot of things that, encompass who I am today. So I've had a great wealth of knowledge and education in the way Europeans do things, but I've also have educated myself on Afrocentric knowledge. So I'm the best of both worlds. I'm able to tell my tale from my perspective of a person who, did not start at the beginning, but still found his way to make it to the top. And that's why I was saying always succeeding over adversity and not saying, well, okay, well, I didn't grow up in the best situation. I came from, a single mother home or this, that, and other, and used as a crutch. So we always have to have someone who's done it first for you to say it's possible. So that's pretty much what I want to do, because a lot of us, I think we don't have a code. We lack a structure. You know what I'm saying? Like, look at family is the largest producer of generational wealth, as well as, legacy. So if you look at, the Jews, if you look at Hispanic people, you look at all these close-knit societies, that's where they attacked us at, is our family unit. So what I want to do is be able to show that you can overcome those things and be, a positive masculine male, regardless of if you came from a single parent home, raised by your mom and such things.
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay. Thank you. So 17, excuse me.
Okay.
What is your epic dream?
My epic dream was to take my skill set and be able to share my experiences and my knowledge with the world. Like, imagine if Martin Luther King, when he was organizing the Montgomery bus boycotts, had Facebook. Imagine if Marcus Garvey had Twitter when he was, forming the UNIA. You know what I'm saying? So I think that we don't have to reinvent the wheel, but we have to have a way to disseminate that to a new audience. You can have all the knowledge in the world, but if it's not engaging, if it's not going to reach your target audience, you can't apply the knowledge. So I just want to be the bridge between the old way, traditional ways, and the new way of getting that information out. So that's just pretty much, I'm going to be the person that stands in the gap to bridge the two together. That's my goal.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And that just leads right into the next question, which is, Mr. 17Soulja, who are you?
Right. Yes, ma'am.
Who are you?
Well, I am the oldest of three. I am my father's only son. I am the person that I feel that's going to spark the paradigm shift. Like I said, I may not be there at the end of the journey, but all of the over my course of I'm on 17Soulja 6 now, but I've had 7 pages since 2012 and over a couple of maybe 2 million followers. So I think that what I've done is gonna stand the test of time because it's on the internet. Once it's out there, it's forever. So, anybody who is looking for that sort of information, anybody who is genuinely interested and, is going to be able and readily available for them to access that. So that's what I think that my lasting contribution, because growing up, I wanted to be a professional athlete, but that could have led me to, being a capitalist and someone who was more self-involved. And that's one thing I have learned. A lot of the skills that I have used in my personal life, I employ that into my activism, the same type of connection, the same type of networking, the same type of timing. You know what I'm saying? Because everything is marketing. If no one is interested in it, then they're not going to be able to access the information, even though it's there, or even look for it. So I took my classical training in those aspects and applied it to the revolutionary aspects that I'm trying to produce in the world today.
That's awesome. Excellent. Awesome. Excellent. So here we are already at the sixth question, which is there anything that I should have asked you that I didn't, or that you wish I'd asked you that I didn't? In other words, what did I miss?
Well, okay. I'll tell you what, I have a podcast. It's called 17Soulja Said. I actually am a brand ambassador for Nuri Designs. I have their Black Excellence shirt on today. My IG page is 17Soulja 6. So I also have 17Soulja Official on Clubhouse. So that's another venue where you can engage with me on a personal level and have a conversation, because sometimes social media is so constructed where the caption limits don't allow you to express yourself. But, you know, through a podcast or through apps like Clubhouse, I'm big on technology. You know, I worked at Verizon for a couple of years, so I know that there's something bigger and better rolling out every year, and you have to be on the tip of the spear in order to access that. You know what I'm saying? So mostly what I want to do is be able to get my message to as many people that's willing to hear it, and hopefully it'll spark the next generation to pursue Black excellence. That's pretty much my goal.
Got it. Excellent. Well, I so appreciate you being here today and joining, and again, contributing to this repository. You know, like I said, I watch people. I've been watching you for a little bit and listening to the things that you're saying, and also thinking about the conversations, right? And the fact that it's important for us to have conversations so that we can, one, express ourselves, be able to understand others and be understood, and to be in a community, like you said. And so I'm so grateful that you joined us today and shared your wisdom. Yes. And I appreciate that. Absolutely. I just want to say I honor you, my king. And I was just on my queen. Thank you. And I just pray God will grow you, deepen you, help you to break every single generational curse that is around you and around all those who are connected to you, so that together we can rise individually, but also collectively. And so I just want to thank you so much for being here today. I appreciate it. I just want the high tide to raise all ships, and the knowledge that we all cultivate over the years to be applied. And that way we can see growth and positive experiences and measures taken in our own communities. Because a lot of people want to depend on the government or reparation things, but there's a lot of things that we can take for ourselves and do for ourselves that doesn't require any outside interference. So if the ultimate goal is autonomy and doing for self, there's some things that we can do right now that can contribute to that in the future. So, the future is now. It's always, you always got to be working. You always got to be grinding. That's exactly right. That is exactly right. So thank you again. Thank you. And thank you for joining us. I hope that you enjoyed and was enlightened by this conversation as much as I was. And I want to invite you, if there is a positive Black man in your life who you want to see highlighted in this forum, please click the link in my bio or down below, or even DM me, and I'll take it from there. I definitely have a few brothers in mind, and I will definitely pass them on to you, and hopefully we can grow this and have a wide variety of input. Yes. Please. And so stay tuned for next week, because we'll have yet another king. But in the meantime, remember to spread love and have a great day. Thank you so much. And 17Soulja 6, that was awesome. Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you.